So it's noodles for breakfast today. I have no idea why I woke up wanting noodles, but noodles was what I wanted, so noodles is what I'm having. It's got pesto and cheese on, so I'm calling this a fusion. So generally I would say chocolate is good, but not when you get it all over your clean pyjamas. Yep, these were clean on yesterday, need to go into the wash today. Great. Chocolate is also not good when you get it on the sofa. The white sofa. So somewhere, and goodness only knows where, I have a tripod, which I want to find because there's things I want to film, but I need the tripod to film it. I was looking for it on the sofa because that's where I thought I'd left it yesterday, and the sofa's in chaos. Don't need to share it with you, just trust me. All the stuff that normally resides on the seat where I'm sitting gets shifted onto the sofa when I want to sit here and back again when I want to sit on the sofa, pretty much. But yes, I was going through the stuff on the sofa and looking at it going, this is absolute chaos, when I was reminded of one of the lines from one of my favourite films, Heathers. Chaos killed the dinosaurs, darling. Right, so I switched on the TV because I'm kind of bored of editing and haven't quite got around to going to the supermarket yet, and I'm still looking for my tripod. And there's this, national news, with Mark Zuckerberg, who is talking about harmful disinformation related to COVID-19 on Facebook and other online stuff. The one thing I really noticed, which of course you now can't see, there you go. I think he's been wearing his sunglasses out in the sunshine. I think he's got a bit of sunburn. Also, this is one of my big frustrations about summer. Windows open. The next door neighbours are sitting right underneath it, having a conversation with the speakerphone on, so I can hear the whole conversation. Don't understand a word of it because it's not in English, but that's not the point. It's just rude and inconsiderate. I'm starting to think that these vlogs are actually documenting my slow progression into absolute insanity. Still can't find my tripod. Still found, it's lots of chaos in the sitting room. No dead dinosaurs. On the plus side, I haven't found any dead dinosaurs yet. I will let you know if I have. I've not quite got myself around to going shopping to the supermarket. I was trying to work out, do I go earlier when there's lots of stuff and it's really hot and there's likely to be queues, or do I go later when it's likely to be cooler and fewer queues and I can go in and out, but there won't be anything on the shelf? I mean, the fact it's 7:30 now, that's kind of made my decision for me. I've just been watching a really annoying video with these 33 sewing hacks to help improve your life, where of the 33 hacks, one of them might have been useful. There was something else there and I can't remember what it was. I remember what it was. I was talking to a friend of mine earlier, somebody I used to work with. So the last NHS job I had was in respiratory medicine. That's where she still works. And of course, COVID-19 being a virus that affects the respiratory system, my old department are kind of busy at the moment. So I was having a chat with her to find out what was going on, what was up, what was happening. But she was having technical issues and couldn't hear what I was saying. And every so often, her voice was getting really muffled as well. So it's like, what we're going to do, try again tomorrow when she's got a Bluetooth headset that she borrows from her son. Then she's got a chance of hearing what I'm saying. But I'm kind of interested to find out how things have been, what the challenges are, the good stuff, the bad stuff, etc, etc, etc. Because, all right, I can't remember how much I haven't said here, but there were bits of that job that really, really made me unhappy. But over the last couple of months, I have really missed A, being part of the NHS, and B, being part of that department. Because I know at the moment, if I were working in that department still, it would be really busy and actually quite exciting from the point of view of new challenges and how to deal with them. Obviously, lots of people dying is not exciting, is not good, is not in any way I would want to encourage or celebrate in. But it's from the kind of clinical and logistical how do we deal with this side of things, I am really, really missing my old job at the moment. All things joyous. I've just found my tripod, which means that, well, I can record stuff, but I could record stuff anyway. But I've also just, well, not found, but I am sitting down to watch the final part of yesterday's sewing bee, and I still have this, which I was going to do last week. So that's the next 20 minutes of my life or so sorted. But I can record what I'm doing because I found my tripod. I don't know why I have a pre-decimalisation train ticket for Llanfair PG in my sewing box either. It's been there for a while. It just is. And why not? Alright, so that was a bit of a damp squib. This isn't folded over. I thought for some reason this bias binding was folded over, and what you see there is half of its full width. And there would be a seam kind of along the top here which would match the seam on the strap. But that's not the case. And I did have a bit of a fiddle to try and work out if I could fold that in half and make it work, but I'm not sure if I can. So for the moment, no sewing is happening tonight for that. I did have a bit of a rummage through my sewing box to see if I could find anything else that I could sew along the sides to cover up the kind of flaw in the seam, but I couldn't. I may have some other stuff in my other box, but at the moment I'm sitting here and my other box is over there. But it was a nice thought. So this is what I was looking for my tripod for. I did try recording it earlier, but without the tripod it was all a bit shaky and rubbish. Anyway, try again. This was suggested to me by YouTube. Presumably it's noticed that I would look at other crafty stuff and they thought, oh, you might like this. So I had a look. This one annoyed me a lot. You just get your needle all sticky. I admit this is the first one I looked at and thought, yeah, okay, maybe it's got possibilities. Then again, when I was doing my camp blanket, I was the one that pinned an old tape measure to the side of my blanket to make sure that all of my stitches were even. Okay, that one's pretty. I wouldn't necessarily use it, but it's pretty. This one makes no sense. That's not how you draw a pattern. Why would you wear a tinfoil nappy? It does not make any kind of sense. That one I could be tempted to try and work out, simply because I prefer V-neck t-shirts. I'm not convinced with the way they've done it, but I could be possibly convinced. Yeah, I'm not sure I get that one. Alright, that one I like, if you can get it to work, but it's dated. That just looks really, really dated, a design. This one is bizarre. Is this going to be a skirt? Because again, I remember skirts made from jeans as being a big thing in the 90s. We're not in the 90s. And again, peplums. Pretty sure they were a 90s thing as well. So at the moment, I'm in my bedroom looking out the window. About a minute ago, there was some squealing, which I think was fox cubs. And from what I could see, there were fox cubs playing on our front garden. This is the level of my camera. Yeah, so basically, even if I had my camera with me ready to record, nothing would be visible because my camera's just a bit basic.